Okay, one more piece of the puzzle is in. I gotta come in and see what we got. All right, I'm not videoing you. What part came in? This one? Oh, that's got to be my phone. Oh.
So gotcha. So just to split it down the middle, it'd be 4 and 4 and 250 a month.
Let's see what this looks like.
That's
Here you go.
Yes, and there's no tax on this either.
All right.
Now, when should I get back in contact with you?
This is one of the last two pieces. I'm glad this came in because I don't know. It's a box. Yay. What I've always wanted. This has got to be the phone though. I'd rather have the phone than the material right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, very good.
This is the phone. I'll be able to take and put my headrest, my backrest all together now.
Thank you.
Cut. Well, welcome to part 3 of H.I.D.I cabin cushions, or like what I more affectionately like to call is watch Dale lose more hair. We'll go through the first steps. Of course, I got my foam in. Let's see what it does. Woo! It's going to go that way. Whoa. Oh, there we go. That's a big piece of foam. This is okay, here we go. Let me move this up here now. You can see me better. This is going to be, this is all for the backrest, for all the things that you saw me work on earlier. First thing I'll do is I'll cut them all. I'll rip it 9 inches wide, and then I'll cut them to length and the proper shape, be it beveled or whatever. I will have to trim them all from, this is a 3 inch cushion. I'm going to take it, I may not, trim it from down to 2 inches at the top side, down to 3 inches. That's the way I've got the foam, the patterns made. But I might be able just to squish that top in and not worry about actually cutting the angle on the foam itself. Anyway, I'll be cutting all these out. I'll be ripping this, cutting all these shapes out, and I'll get back to you when I start placing each of the pieces of foam on and shaping them up. You don't need to watch the rest of it up until that point, because I kind of went through it already. I'm going to show you just a quick picture. This is what it looks like with them all cut down to size. Kind of like a sculpture right now. I could sell this for some money, I bet. Check that out. Okay, next I'll cut it to proper length. Well, I didn't plan quite as good as I did. I got most of them all cut out, all in the back, but I was short one piece. But no fear, I had plenty of the rip material off. I'm just going to take and glue these two pieces together and then cut it down, and it should be fine. I don't see why not. Okay, I got them all cut to size, as you can see. Now I'm in the process of focus. I was focused on my finger or something. Okay, is I'm gluing them to the foam with this Super 3M multi-purpose adhesive, so they'll stay stuck and they won't slip around once I get the upholstery back on them. But like I said, this was the next step in the process. Okay, the next thing with all these, a lot of them have beveled edges where they sit together back on there. I'm showing you the little one, see if I can do it or not. And like I said, we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I can do this. Do is keep it back, tight against the back of it. That'll work. Luckily, like with this foam, if something isn't quite right, the upholstery will take care of that. That one came out okay. Let's see if we can do this one. So I'm following the line on the front side and just keeping the knife tight on the back side. Well, that came out okay. Now I was going to take, originally, trim some of this up here. Wasn't quite right. Originally, I was going to take and cut it down from 3 inches to 2 inches up to here, down to the 3. But I'm going to tell you, after cutting this foam, I'm not going to attempt it. What I'm going to attempt to do was just take the upholstery on the top side that I've already got measured, pull that in real tight and staple it, and hopefully the rest will just follow through. Anyway, that part of it came out okay. I'm going to take and attempt to put on the upholstery on one before I share it with you, because I don't want to look like too big of a fool. Well, this one is done, and you can really tell I didn't trim it. Normally it's supposed to have been, you know, 2 inches up here, down to 3 here, like another bevel cut down there. But hopefully I was going to be able to pull this tight enough to make a difference, make it look like something, but it's not. It just comes right on the edge, pulls over. So I have to either decide to go through the trouble of slicing them down or just leaving them like that. At this point, I'm all for leaving them like this. Most bed cushion backs are all the same width anyway. So that's my thoughts on it. I have to deliberate it. Okay, this is the last of my package just to come in for my upholstery drop from Joanne. Do you know what Joanne has? Joanne was actually all over the place, man. That's Joanne pretty well for herself, Joanne. Joanne was my ex-mother-in-law. Well, that's my mother's name, and that's my ex-mother. Okay, here we go. Yep, the final 6 yards. Yeah, my mother actually. This is some heavy-duty stuff. Okay. Now there's no excuse for me not to finish now. I got everything I need. Okay. Good morning. I took a break from film. Well, took a break from doing the upholstery yesterday. Helped my friend bring the Ava Grace back home over here, the boat that I helped on the Nadon charter during the summer. And on the way up there, I stopped at Walmart and spent more money, I know, on an electric carver. It was, I thought after all the work on that, I was going to spend another $15 to try to make this, instead of like I had planned. It's supposed to be angled, you know, from 2 inches down to 3 inches. I said, well, I'll go ahead, even though I can't afford it, I'll spend the extra $15, and hopefully this will take, and I'll be able to carve these things properly. And I broke a man rule doing this. I actually had to read the instructions to figure out how to put the blades in. I know, sorry guys, but I had to do it. And I've been practicing between this, and this is another knife. This would be good if it was sold as a 9-inch carving knife. It's 9 inches from way out here to way back here. There's only 6.5 inches of actually cutting space. So this would be pretty much perfect if it was truly a 9-inch blade, but it's not. So I do have this other one that I finally got in, waiting for a week and a half for it to come in. This is a serrated bread knife, And it's a 10-inch knife, so it works really good that way. But this bread knife isn't really as sharp. I can run my fingers right over top of it. Nothing will happen. If it was sharp that way, I guess you don't have to be sharp to cut bread, it would probably work good. Now, I have taken and practiced with both of these, and I keep coming up. This is obviously a narrower piece, but I've been practicing trying to find out how to do it good. And I don't know if you can see or not, but it's just not even. See all that? It just doesn't come out smooth, no matter what I do. So with a combination of this and this, I think I can do it. But what I'm going to have to do, because I don't want this rough side to be out where the upholstery goes on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take and cut these pieces, and I only glued them on one side of this foam stuff, so it should peel up fairly easy. So what I'll do is take them all the work I did, I know, I'll attempt to cut these things, maybe only from 2 inches, and maybe about 2 inches up from the bottom. I'll take it out to nothing. So it'll be two down to 6 down to here, and then the last 2 inches will be just square on those. And I think that way I can probably, between both of these, get a pretty, okay, got the padding off the one, the material off to one. I'll mark the top side. I'm gonna leave it on the thumb. It'll come off pretty easy if I need to. I'll leave it on here while I'm cutting it. It'll kind of keep everything stabilized, and I think it might even cut better that way. First, I'll mark the 1 inch on the top that I'm going to cut it back going down. And then, like I said, I'm going to bring it out. Instead of going all the way down to the bottom, I'm going to bring it out a couple inches up. It'll make it easier for me to make the cut. So it's 7 inches down. And I'll mark that. Oops, a little bit off. I'll mark that. Then I'll go ahead and mark a line down where it comes in and where it goes out as a guide for me to get started on both sides, just so I have, in case I do it in multiple directions. Now, I still don't know if this is going to work. I haven't tried it attached to the foam or not. I'll try the first time with the electric one, see if I can do it. If not, I'll switch over to the big one, or vice versa. We'll see. The trick is to go slow. You have to be patient. Even that, it doesn't come out. I didn't go down as far as I needed to. So, I'll have to try to recut this again. Anyway, this is the system I'm going to use. Got to score the edges. That's what I really should have done on the other side. At least gone around the outside edge. Where I wanted to come out. Give me a border to work with instead of let it get here. There we go. See if I can cut this in or not. Well, kinda. That kinda went in. Okay, well that kind of went around all the edges. Let's see if I can continue down. I'll do this, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Well, that didn't work out too bad. I actually used a combination of both those saws. I used the electric one to kind of get a border on it, and then I took the long one that actually would go through the whole cut, and it came across pretty even. Now I'll try to put the fabric on it, and it looks, it's not stapled down of course, but it looks pretty good. The problem is you can, with your hand, you can feel every imperfection in that foam. So I think I'm still going to have to take and flip it over the other side so the back side is all smooth. I'll try that next. I'm just have to learn how to be slow and patient with it. I'll go through a few more and see if it works or not and let you know. Okay, this is the second one I did. This is the one that I was actually able to turn backwards and re-glue to the board. But look, now that looks good. And I've gotten kind of used to doing it. One main thing is patience. Go slow, take my time, and it works out better. I'm going to stick the fabric on this and see what it looks like now. Well, I got the second one done, and I was able to turn this one upside down to glue it, and it came out pretty doggone good. See, it's got the angle. It's actually an inch difference from here to here. May not look like it because the corners are kind of pulled over. And it's smooth on this side. This is one that I was able to take the foam and actually flip it around after I cut it and glue the rough side up against the board. So this is all nice and smooth. I think I finally got it. If I can work the rest out like this one, I'll be in good shape. I just have to fix my pattern a little bit right here. All right, good to go. Well, I had done another one pretty good, came out. Now though, I'm getting ready to do the big one, and I'm a little bit scared. So I'm just gonna really take my time, so it'll be a long time before I get back to you. Well, I don't know what I was worried about. That was actually my best cut. You see, well, don't look like it there, but actually overall, that was pretty good. Just a little bit of discrepancy, but you won't even notice that. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Well, see, I got that one covered. That went on all right. Got both ends done, mounted up there. And this is kind of, I didn't know what this thing was for, but here is a strap holds that cushion up. But that cushion goes down like that when you're sitting, except like that when you're sitting in it. And when you want to take and go to sleep, you pull this up and it gives you a whole lot more space, extra eight or so inches in there. So I finally found out what that was for. I was putting bungee cords around this to hold this thing up before. Dummy me. Okay, next will be putting the rest of the ones. I got all the stuff cut out for those. The backrest up there. And hopefully that'll be the end of part 3. Well, that's all I'm going to bore you with this episode. The next one I'll take and finish. I have 3 more to do to cut down and put the foam on for the backing. And I'll take and put those on, mount them up, and show you what that looks like, because you've seen the whole process for everything. And then I have to start working on all of these down here. I've got, they're messed up, tore up. See that whole thing is messed up. That's one of the reasons I'm replacing the whole thing. But like I say, they should be fairly easy, and that'll be on hopefully the last episode of these doggone cushions. Catch me next episode.